I got some music news for ya before we hop on the game. New XXL freestyles. Let me turn off the music here. We got good old Bossman Dlow, Rich Amiri, and Scarlip's XXL freestyles. And then I got some other news to show y'all in terms of music. I'm not gonna lie, before we get into these XXL freestyles, is it me or does it feel like nobody gives a fuck anymore? I feel like there was like a genuine energy, even like last year, where people were like, yo, when you gonna react? When you gonna react? I would see people on the timeline debating who had the best freestyles. I don't see nobody talking about this shit, bro. Like nobody gives a fuck. And like, it's easy to be like, oh, XXL is dead. Nah, I think it's also because the rappers too. No one cares anymore. Like, it just doesn't hit the same, man. It just doesn't hit the same. But we're going to check it out. I'm going to still watch it for the content, you know. Maybe there's somebody out there. In the comment section of the last video I did where we talked about how Rich Amiri ran out on his cipher. He did the XXL freestyle and then he ran out on the cipher. Somebody left in the comment section and it got a few thumbs up. He was like, he don't need to do that shit. He a rock star. I'm like, see, this is why music sucks. Rich Amiri is not a rock star. I don't want to hear that. That's such a disingenuous argument when you call somebody old. Oh, you're not in tune. If your argument is somebody is a rock star, my age shouldn't matter because rock stars transcend the genre. I don't like his music these days, but Kanye's a rock star. You said Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, you know, you see what I'm saying? Like rock stars are people who transcend their genre. Rich Amiri isn't even anywhere near the top of rap. Like, what are we talking about here? And then also that's your excuse to justify being unprofessional. Of course you're gonna do that. You're a rock. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I can't name 5 Rich Amiri songs. Yeah, if you held a gun to my head, we're all dying. We're all dying. But let's check it out. First, we're gonna start off with Bossman Dlow. See what he talking about. Real trench baby shit. Let's get it.
The trap niggas winning, baby. You know we got big pockets. Made millions off of chicken talking out on skilled college. 10-pointers moonwalking, baby. I got big diamonds. Fuck a vet, pull up TRX. We love big body. We ain't gonna worry about what they doing, baby, cause we on boss shit. Spent the 20 ball in Louis, left with 3 outfits. You know you the biggest, babe. Ain't nobody seeing you. Pull up white double R, interior Easter blue. I know you tired of Chick-fil-A. Come on, baby, we eating steak. Crackers getting me, I want you to wait for me like I'm Future and Drake. 3,500 to put these on your feet, nigga. I'ma wake up.
Comparing yourself to Drake after what just happened is a crazy bar. Why would you do that, Bossman Dlow? Why would you do that?
Them up for acting like they sleep, nigga. They ain't wanna see me make it, bitches had they nuts crossed. Pull up, I say I'm interior, duck saw. Switching up my car so them folks don't know a whipper man. Hop straight out of PJ, jumped in a Sprinter van. Wrist game better, power play catcher. Run it up crazy, apply straight pressure. Pull up at something fancy, naked wrist dancing. Gambling with my life, shooting dice, taking chances. I'm dog shit talking, wrist like a faucet. Them niggas workers, we self-made balls.
Where they filmed this, they filmed it in front of an Elgato green screen. You know the one you can get off Amazon where you pull it up for content creators? They filmed it in front of it and then changed it to a gradient background.
Baby,
Yeah, I agree with you, Raunchy. This probably sounds better. I give it a 5. He tried. He literally said nothing. He just said my life's better than yours for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. And once again, I hate that I have to say this, but a lot of niggas that listen to these type of niggas are very low IQ. So let me articulate this for you. I don't care that he's rapping about ignorant shit. It's just like, you're a rapper, so give me some quotable bars. I like sophisticated ignorance. I don't understand when we got to the point where it became acceptable to just be literal. My life's better than yours. I'm shitting on you. What the fuck? Yo, chat, I gotta put it in sub mode. I think we're getting fucking... Hold up, y'all. Sorry. I gotta put it in sub mode. I think we're getting view botted. Or like chat botted or something like that. Sub it up. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I had to put it on. I turned on show mode. Good look. Drop them subs so you can chat. But anyways, I'm not entertaining that shit. I'm putting it straight in sub mode. Yeah, like I don't know where we got to a point where like it just became acceptable, become super literal. You are a rapper. You make music, you make art. A picture is worth 1,000 words. I don't understand why you can't why you can't paint a picture that creates some type of conversation. You don't got to be super lyrical, spiritual miracle. Just give me some cool quotes to ride to. Give me an Instagram caption, something. That's all I'm saying. I feel like people misunderstand me, specifically like on the Hokage Highlights channel. They misunderstand me. I'm not looking for this guy to be Nas. But you could at least be like Young Dolph or something. Give me some fucking quotables, bro. This is not even lasting a year. I give it a 5 just because he showed up, you know. That's about it. Next. Rich Amiri. This is the guy that ran off.
I don't care about being cool with none of these rappers on fucking A, bro. I don't know nothing about a kid. It's a 2020.
First and foremost, enunciate. 2, did you just say I don't care about these rappers being burnt? What that mean, chat? I'm old. I'm gonna be 34 in less than a month. Where I'm from, when you say burnt, you mean like they got gonorrhea. What that mean? What you mean you don't care about the rappers being burnt? What that mean, chat? Or did I hear that wrong? Is that I don't know, LOL? You don't care your friends got STDs? This is crazy.
I don't care about being cool with none of these rappers on fucking A, bro. I don't know nothing about a kid. It's a 2024. Push a button when I'm starting my car. Running through the cash like Trace on the deal for an M and I win by the Audemars watch.
Look in his eyes. He does not want to be there.
Way when I was pro, now I'm counting the door and I got on lock. Play really sweet than a bitch. If his ass wasn't cool, my partner, I'll probably run off. Getting too known to be walking on leg. Gotta carry me.
Yo, why is it? When did it become cool to run off on the plug? I don't understand that shit. This is how I know I'm getting old. There's a saying, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Why are you rapping about biting the hand that feeds you? That's why. And then you call yourself Rich Amiri. Ain't that a little counterproductive?
Me strapped like RP off. They don't really like
Flies, yeah.
Rest, but I blessed my rest because it took me so long.
That was it? That shit was like 30 seconds. He didn't even go a full minute. I gotta listen to that again. What the fuck did I just...
I don't care about being cool with none of these rappers on fucking A, bro. I don't know nothing about a kid. It's a 2020.
I don't care about being cool with none of these rappers. These niggas burnt. Can we get captions on? What are you saying, dude?
I don't care about being cool with none of these rappers on fucking A, bro. I don't know nothing about.
Is he saying he don't care about being cool with any of these rappers because every rapper but him has gonorrhea? Is that what he's saying?
A kid, it's a 2020.
Oh, he's saying I'm fucking their broad? He's not enunciating. I can't tell, bro. It sounds like he's saying burnt. You know the crazy part is too? This is how you know the internet like fucked the game up too. If he's saying broad, that's crazy. These niggas be forcing these accents. Look at this shit. When I Googled him, I think it said he from Boston. He from Boston. Why you talk like that? He want to be an Atlanta nigga. Yo, the internet really fuck shit up, bro. Boston niggas don't talk like that. Like it's yo, the internet really got shit fucked up, bro.
Push a button when I'm starting my car. Running through the cash like Trace on the deal for an M and I win by the Audemars watch. She ain't even looking nigga way when I was pro. Now I'm counting the door and I got on lock. Play really sweet than a bitch. If his ass wasn't cool, my partner, I'll probably run off. Getting too known to be walking on leg. Gotta carry me a strap like RP off. They don't really like when I flex my rest, but I flex my rest because it took me so long.
He flexes racks because it took him too long, bro. That shit 30 seconds. What the chat saying? What the comments? I walked out. Can't wait to see bro in Cypher. Oh, wait. This ain't Future. This is Subsequent. Shit was hot ass. Why you look at the 27-second freestyle is crazy. Boston don't say broad. They say bitty usually. Man, listen. Fuck Boston. Fuck the Celtics. The only thing cool to come out, because y'all can't drive, y'all food is nasty, there's nothing to do. Everything closes at 5 p.m. The only good thing to come out of Boston is Bobby Brown and New Edition. Other than that, fuck Boston. Y'all niggas cannot drive over there. That shit sucked. That shit was a 1. Larry Bird. Larry Bird is not Boston. Larry Bird is not from Boston. Larry Bird is from Indiana. Don't try to claim him. He played for Boston. Shout out to Stoney with the raid. He is from Indiana. You can't claim him. Scarlip.
As a black girl in the system, I was taught to hate myself. Raised in a black home, if you took back, they grabbed the belt. I was jumping house from house. You don't know how that made me feel. 2 years later, grabbed the knife. I was ready to kill myself. You don't know shit about my life. Stop saying that you care. Where was you at when he was touching me? None of y'all was there. Where was you at when my mother died? None of y'all was there. I used to have this spark in me. You see, they took that glow in me. Want me to tell you about my life without you even knowing me? I'm facing this world on my own. I ain't afraid to be alone. Mama died when I was 12. Ever since then, I had to be grown. Ain't no happy ending. Ain't no happiness for me. Told my uncle I want to rap. He told me that was just a dream. And dreams don't come true for black girls that look like me. So therapists, please tell me, what do you see when you look at me? Do you see a future? Or do you see a curse? I've been trying my best. I always seem to do my worst. My family don't love me. My brother won't even hug me. My sister been acting funny. It's like ain't nobody for me. It's like the world is out to get me. It's like the world is out to get me.
She didn't really rap. That was more like a spoken word. That was like poetry. I give her a point for being, vulnerable, being an actual artist. Was it entertaining though? Yeah. I give her a 6. I give her a 6. In terms of these other two, she was better. But gotta find like that happy medium. That felt like trauma dumping. And like I don't want to make light of that, but you gotta find that happy medium. But it was better than the other two, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. That was a little dark. I felt like that was a conversation with a therapist that should have been had. It ain't rap, but at least she was lyrical. That wasn't lyrical. That was very straightforward. I turned off shield mode. Do you still want it on sub only? Yeah, leave it on for like maybe 5-10 more minutes. I'll turn it off. Yeah, that definitely wasn't lyrical. That was very straightforward. Lyrical is when you playing with similes, metaphors, double entendres, schemes. That was just raw emotion. That was like straight up trauma dumping. That was not lyrical. That's how you know the bar is in hell. When you know the bar is in hell when somebody is being honest, which I respect because that is artistry. But someone's being honest and you perceive that to be lyrical. That's how you know the bar is in hell. Play this in club and watch man. Ain't nobody playing that in the club. What are you talking about? But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This might be one of the worst classes ever, though. This might be one of the worst class ever. In other news, according to NFR podcast, Kanye West, a lot of y'all's GOAT, has retired from music. This comes from Rich the Kid's text messages. Does anybody care? Does anybody care? Yo, shout out to OG. Rich the Kid posted his text messages on his IG story and said, "I'm retiring from professional music. Not sure what else to do." That's Kanye. Retire? What, big bro? How? The people need you. The music and tie we have made was the biggest stamp on the culture to date. Drop yay about mine and V2. We'll do it all over the kid. The kids need you, big bro, for sure. Kanye is 1 for 1. I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with that statement either. That last album he dropped was horrible. That shit was ass. Y'all like that last Kanye album? The production was cool, but like once again, he wasn't saying nothing. That shit was ass. Next Level Glazing. Yeah, he just trying to eat. He just trying to get a check because Rich the Kid can't stay hot by himself. Nobody's checking for a Rich the Kid album. So the only way he can keep his name in the conversation is if Ye releases music because Ye likes him, which keeps him in the conversation basically. Wasn't saying a damn thing. Wasn't saying nothing, bro. So it's getting kind of weird. He got one of the best 4-run albums ever. And then after that, it just kind of... Thing is, though, you're releasing so many bad ones. Eventually, you know, you're going to have more hits than misses. Kanye is just above 500, but it's getting bad. That's because he don't be paying people. What does that mean, huh? Other music news I got for you, little meme shit. If you ask Siri to play Certified Lover Boy on Spotify, she'll play Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Y'all believe this is real? Has anybody tried this out? I tried this. I figured it wasn't real.
Siri, can you play Certified Lover Boy on Spotify?
I see dead people.
That's crazy.
You could easily, like she could have muted the part where the mouth is moving, Siri, and then just dubbed over it and said play X, Y, and Z, and then it's like she could have actually said play Not Like Us, muted that, then spoke over it and say play Certified Lover Boy, and then it plays that. Then she edits to the part where it says it's probably a shortcut she made. That too, it could be that. But like that went viral. I was like, I thought that was funny, but I was like, I get it. I get it. It's fun to kick Drake, but I was like, I think that that might be fake. But you know, the internet love a good joke, so they go around with that shit. And then last but not least, somebody tweeted to me this article from Complex, the 2024 Hip Hop Media Power Rankings. It's that time of year again. Who has the most power in hip hop media? Let's see what they say. Coming in at number 25. Oh, wait, let's see how are they doing this. Last year we published our inaugural Hip Hop Media Power Ranking. Joe Budden took the top spot. But then in late March, the sudden release of an incendiary Kendrick Lamar verse on a song from Future and Metro Boomin called Like Us brought a simmering megastar beef full. Just happened. 2024's Hip Hop Media Power Ranking reflects the shifts that have resulted as a smoke from the battle that is cleared. There are 7 newcomers who aren't ranked at all last year, plus a new one at number 1. Need you here? I'm not part of hip hop media. As with the previous list, the ranking below reflects the current moment, not the entirety of one's career. We ranked each media personality based on their impact in the space since the release of the inaugural list in 2023. So they're not, so understand, because reading is comprehension. They're not saying these are the top 25 greatest hip hop media personalities. These are the top 25 hottest in the last year. That's the conversation. Now that we have an understanding, let's keep reading. Gabe P. I have no clue who this is. Featured on The Radar. Building the premier platform for rappers to come and freestyle and debut new music. 79,000 IG followers. Let's look at the YouTube. Have I seen his videos before? Oh, On The Radar. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Nah, he's hot. Yeah. Everybody be on here. He's hot. I didn't know that was his name. Okay. They should have called it On The Radar Radio and then put his name in there as well. Oh, my bad. It did say it right there. I missed it. I can't reach it. Arshwin Jaweed, I don't know how to say his name, featured on Kids Take Over, known for refreshingly unproblematic content about rappers. Most memorable moments last year: Cole Bennett interview and Laser Dim's interview, Bryson Tiller interview. I have no clue who this is. Kids Take Over.
Don't do drugs, man. Don't
anybody watch his channel? I've never heard of this dude.
give up on your fucking dreams. It may seem like it's never gonna happen, but that shit might fuck around and happen one day. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, you got
What's the purpose of holding this cup the entire time?
to know when to stop, man. You gotta know when to just give up and just quit. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of
Never heard of him. Not gonna lie, not interested. Jason Lee. I do know Jason Lee. He's drama. I only know this dude because one of my exes used to watch Love and Hip Hop. He was on there, and then I think he started a website after that or something. But this nigga's always in some drama. I know who he is. Let's see. Known for Hollywood Unlocked, which is like TMZ basically. Humorous commentary on pop culture, insider info, and headlining grabbing. You could argue he belongs on the list. I've seen him. I've never been on his channel. Not my cup of tea. A little too messy, but he definitely does have influence. I could see it. Adam 22, no jumper. We all know who that is. Doesn't surprise me he's this low on the list. I do feel like he's on his, I don't want to say on his way out the culture, but he's definitely declined. I'm not a big fan of his content. He does a lot of weird shit. Little too much gang. Like, this nigga has whole shows where just gang politics. They wanted to make him 22. I know. I did. I'm mad I didn't even catch that. They put him at 22. I didn't even catch that. Yeah, he be having podcasts with just gangbangers on there, just promoting gang politics. Kind of weird to me. I feel like his peak was during the SoundCloud era of rap, when like 2016 to like 2018, when all those rappers were coming up, the Juice WRLDs, the X's, was a Ski Mask, those type of people, even Tekashi before he became a rat. Like, that's the only time I was kind of watching him. But like recently, his content's been just very, I don't know. He does a lot of weird shit. It's not my cup of tea, but he is influential. Y'all let him have a seat at the table. I can't deny him. Wild She Had a Pop Smokes Killer on the show. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, that kind of. In his recent interview, for those unaware, he brought on Pop Smoke's. There's 3 people that got convicted of killing Pop Smoke, and one of them was a minor at the time, and he got released. The other 2 are still in jail, but the one that was a minor, he's an adult now. He just recently interviewed him, so he's getting a lot of flack for that, because obviously people loved Pop Smoke. These are the people you let have platforms. Van Lathan. I know Van Lathan, level-headed commentary about hip-hop figures. He's featured on Higher Learning. He's very popping on social media. I think he worked for TMZ at one point. Just saw your claim as Elden Lord. Yeah, somebody got to do it. I love Lathan, but he barely talks about music. Yeah, I feel like I see him on the timeline more for other stuff, but he dabbles his foot in there. I think this is kind of like an industry. He's very well known in the industry, so like out of respect, people probably just gave him a spot. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I don't see him talking as much about music anymore. But Trap Lord Ross, whether you like him or not, he deserves to be on the list. He is influential. He does have some really good documentaries, very well researched. People feel conflicted about him because, once again, it's a white person from England. But I will say, if you watch his documentaries, they seem to be very well researched. He doesn't really make fun of. He's just kind of reporting on stuff. His content is high effort. He makes good content. Like, I'm not gonna deny him. I think he's fair. Like, I'd rather have him on the list than him. So I'll give him his spot. Nadeska. I know her from Everyday Struggle. What is she up to? Have I missed something? He liked the war in Chirac? Nah, because the war in Chirac, he called it satirical. I thought it was disrespectful. I was never like a big fan of it, like that shit. Nah, he just kind of reports on stuff. Textbook interviewing skills and the ability to provide fair, nuanced commentary about trending topics. Nebraska. Her name is Nadeska. This nigga said Nebraska. Hip-hop journalist and Everyday Struggle alumni, consistently brought insight to rap media. She's currently hosted the Nadeska show on Apple Music. Okay. So she has on her show. Does anybody watch that on Apple Music? I got Spotify. I didn't know she had her own show. Is it popping? Shout out to Mr. Flex with the show. Yeah, I didn't know what she was doing after Everyday Struggle. That's good she's got her own show. I liked her on Everyday Struggle. She was pretty chill for the most part. Her Apple show is good. Okay. Sway. Gotta have Sway. I mean, was it Vince Staples famously said the only man he's ever freestyling is for Sway in the morning, and when he do it, he gonna be mad. But out of respect for Sway, he'll do it. Everybody else, you ain't getting a 16. You got an album. That motherfucker, Vince Staples is funny. But Sway in the morning, you already know, it speaks for itself. Bay Area, yeah, he's a legend. He belongs there. Damn it, 18. I think 18 is fair. Like, Sway is still hot. Like, he still has his place, like, is like the OG is. But is he the hottest, like, hip-hop media right now? Nah. Like, he's somewhere in the middle. I think that's fair. Yo, shout out to DJ with the sub. Appreciate it. But he's a legend, though. If we're talking, because keep in mind, this list, once again, let's comprehend, this list is the hottest of 2024. Not, if we're talking about icons, yeah, he might be in the top 10 in terms of, like, hip-hop media icons. But we're just talking about the hottest in 2024. I think that's a fair place to put him. Angela Yee. What is she up to? Angela Yee's lip service. Way Up with Angela Yee. I've never heard of Way Up. I've seen like clips here and there of lip service, but I'm not gonna lie. Is that shit popping? Every time I see this show, I'm not gonna lie, I be cringing. It'd be a lot of stuff on there that I'd just be like, you know, how do I work? Be having young ass rappers on there just be talking about sexcapades and shit. And I'm like, aren't you like 50? Be having a fucking 19-year-old rapper on there talking about fucking and shit. Like, I'm just like, doesn't really move me. It's a little cringe to me. It doesn't really move me. Just a lot of nasty shit. Yeah. Is she still popping like that though? Like, is her show? Where's Way Up with Angela? Is that an Apple show? It's on iHeart. I've never heard of this. You know, black people. I mean, she is a legend though. She is a legend. I don't know. I can't debate whether this is a good or bad spot. I don't really keep up with her like that. But the stuff I be saying, I'm not a big fan. Big Boy is a legend. He's still popping. I still see his interviews all the time on my timeline. I see his interviews all the time. He speaks for himself. I don't think anybody has beef with this dude. He's a legend. If we were making like a top 10 like hip hop media icons, he'd be in it. But once again, this is who's hot right now. But yeah, he's a legend, Big Boy. He deserves a spot. I know who he is already. Angie Martinez at 15. Definitely a legend. I'd put her in everybody knows, especially like early 2000s, 90s. She's definitely a legend. But top 15 hottest right now? When the last time y'all seen I haven't seen an Angie interview in a while. I don't know. What show she got? Angie Martinez IRL. Angie Martinez show on New York's Power 105. She's on 105? I didn't even know she was on 105. I didn't know she's still doing stuff. This kind of feels like a political answer. K. Michelle confronted her on The Breakfast Club and she was silent during that interview. Her interviews are still elite. I feel that. Angie Martinez IRL. Is that like on YouTube or something? Yeah, this is YouTube. I didn't know this is
Angie Martinez.
Oh no, she's still popping. 300,000 views. Okay, I stand corrected. I'm ignorant. She's still popping. Yeah, she switched like 5 years ago. Okay. Miss Martinez still doing her thing. Bootleg Kev. I see him everywhere. That's the LA Leakers, right? Or the bootleg? No, Bootleg Kev show. It's another white boy in the Leakers. I know Bootleg Kev. He's definitely popping. Wait, I know who the number one is. Rory and Mal. That's gonna make Joe mad. That's a pretty high listing. Rory and Mal were definitely hot this year. Mainly thanks to this nigga's escapades. This man did some Hall of Fame dick riding this year. OVO Mall. That trailer he dropped. 2024 is the first time I ever seen a 40-year-old man drop a trailer for some dick riding he was about to do. That shit was crazy. I don't know if y'all seen that shit. Before the pot, after the diss tracks dropped, he dropped a trailer on Twitter of him hopping in the elevator with his OVO backpack and he said, "New episode drops soon." Did he drop a trailer to dick ride? I was like, that's crazy. You said pull it up. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But that shit was all edited too. Let's see. OVO. No, I was gonna say Miles. OVO Mall trailer. Does anybody have the link? I don't know if you'll be able to find it. It was on Twitter when I saw it. Anybody got the link? That shit was funny. OVO. Let's see. Rory and Mal trailer. Drake Kendrick beef. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna find it. He might have took it down. He might have. I don't know if we're gonna find it, y'all. It's all good. And then they made a lot of noise. I think they had a moment mainly because of the Drake. Everybody was eating off the Drake Kendrick beef, including myself. And it was mainly because of him. He had some very crazy takes. But yeah, if anybody finds that OVO Mile shit, or I keep calling him Mall, that'd be funny. Viral moments. What is this?
No, Rory and Mal.
Nah, I don't got it.
I want the nigga from the north.
If they didn't do,
Oh, is that it right there? Hold on, let me see.
Drake responding to Pusha did more for Pusha's career than anything Pusha's ever done. That's a fact.
no, that's not a fact.
If the top dog acknowledges you,
That's a stat.
it's a fucking stat.
Okay, no,
Especially when you won.
Okay,
Pusha
this is
won
where I think
that.
this is where I think we're disconnected.
Look
You're
at
saying
Maul. Wait. Maul thinks Pusha lost?
I think Duppy's a better song than the story of Addy Don. That's what I'm saying.
okay, but then Drake went and sat in a barber chair with LeBron, and that was his
Ooh,
rebuttal.
you
That's a
I
loss.
wish I could have responded.
That's a loss to
Well,
me.
that's on. That's to me. That's on the consumer. You wanted the biggest artist.
This is not the trailer I was talking about, though.
The biggest artists in the world don't respond the way you want them to. Responds the way they want to.
Oh, brother, see, that's an L to me. That's a big L.
That could be an L.
He said he was too mean, and I didn't want to play anymore because he got too mean.
He never said that.
Maul.
Yes, he did.
Fam,
He said he got mean.
Yeah.
That is what he said. He literally said it in the interview when he admitted Pusha T won. That's not how he said it, but he did say that in the interview. It was with the dude from Rap Radar. He said that he felt himself getting so angry at the things that were being said that he fell back because things were getting too vicious. That is what he said.
He said he was too mean.
Well, you know what?
Did he say he was too mean?
Yes, he said.
Oh, he did.
Elliot Wilson, yeah.
Medical issues.
Did he
and
say
we
he
were
was-
really upset, and it made me mad. So I was like,
We gotta go on Twitter. Let's see. Rory and Mal trailer. I wonder if we can find it. Damn, that shit was so funny, man. I wish I would have saved that shit. Is this it? That's it right there. Good luck with that. Yo, shout out to 2 for this. Shout out. This is the trailer I saw on Twitter. Getting ready to dick ride. Maul returns, Mass Effect ass music. I know, right? Like that shit was crazy. But y'all gotta understand that y'all gotta remember, for those who didn't watch the Joe Budden podcast and didn't hear Maul's story, Maul had some type of affiliation with Jay-Z in like the 90s and early 2000s. And who's affiliated with Jay-Z? Drake. So he's never gonna side against him. He's never like, because then he's gonna turn against Jay. So he's always gonna ride for him, basically. But that trailer was fucking crazy. That the slow motion in the elevator with the OVO backpack, like, bro, get out of here, bro. Maul is related to Jay. Is he really? He's related to him? Yeah, so he's never gonna turn on Drake, unfortunately. That shit's fucking funny. That shit is fucking. I've never heard that one. I thought it's like he worked with him or something like that. Let's see. His brother started Rockefeller. That's the affiliation. That's the affiliation. There we go. Anyways, let's see. What else we got? Lil Yachty and Mitch. What? I'm not gonna lie. This is the first really questionable one. Is this, y'all agree with this? Do people really watch their podcasts like that? Like, I guess they do numbers. I'm not in the know. I don't watch this shit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't ever want to hear Lil Yachty talk about nothing. Yachty been killing it. Yeah, I can't deny the numbers. Numbers don't lie. People are watching it. Yeah, I'm out of the know with that. Like, I've seen their clips on Twitter, but I didn't know people really watched them like that. Like, they are funny. Same. Yeah, like me personally, I don't want to hear Lil Yachty's take on music. But hey, shout out to them. Shout out to them. They definitely hot. Like, them episodes was damn near 1 million a pop. They are definitely hot. I'm not going to deny them. Drink Champs, definitely one of the hottest. Definitely one of the hottest. My only issue with Drink Champs is sometimes it can be hard to watch just because I feel like they be doing more drinking and smoking than championing the legends that they bring on the show. And then sometimes I feel like Nori, he's gotten better, but sometimes I feel like Nori be yapping too much. Like, let the legend that's there talk. But when it's good, it is good. It is one of the best shows. It is one of the best shows. So like that makes sense. Nardwar, he's a Fed, but he is one of the biggest. My thing is like, well, it is a hip hop list, but I would say he's big in music, period, overall. So Nardwar makes sense. Also, top tier researcher. That's why I said he's a fucking Fed. This man be knowing shit about you you don't even know. That's my boy. He's got good interviews. I'm not going to deny that. Top 10, that makes sense. Gillian Wallow. Are they that big? They're big. They're one of the biggest platforms, but like, are people really watching them like that? I'm not gonna lie, Lil Yachty had better numbers than Gillian Wallow. But then I guess also it's about influence too. You don't have to have the biggest numbers to have influence too. Gilly's compromised as well. Hey, that's none of my. Yeah, he had some pretty horrible takes during the Drake and Kendrick beef. He had some pretty horrible takes. But you guys cannot be surprised by Gilly's horrible takes because you have to keep in mind, for all the young guns in the chat who don't know who Gilly is, Gilly rose to fame. He was a rapper, but he failed from Philly. He rose to fame because he got ousted as he was doing some ghostwriting for like Lil Wayne in like the early 2000s. Supposedly he wrote some of Wayne's biggest hits. So naturally, let's say that's true. If he is a well-known ghostwriter in the industry, of course he's going to side with somebody who has the ghostwriters right now. So like, it shouldn't surprise y'all that he had the horrible takes that he had. Shit. Anyways, he said it makes sense. Ghost to ghost. Yeah, the ghost got to stick to cat. Hey, listen. Casper's brothers were mean to him, but Casper still stuck with his brothers. You know, yeah, you see the movies. I'm finna clear the chat if you've seen the movies, man. I do like Wallow though. Not a big fan of Gilly, but I like Wallow. I feel like Wallow do be trying to help people. He be trying to drop info on our brothers and sisters. So yeah, they deserve to be on the list. They are influential. Anthony Fantano. I haven't watched him in a long time. I'm not gonna lie. He has horrible takes on music. But he has been influential over the years. What about in the past year? Yachty, Wallow, they're all doing better numbers than him. How did he get so much higher? He should be on the list, but probably a little lower. Like, his numbers are pretty inconsistent. Like, he's got one video right here with 28,000, and then one with 300,000, and you got a 50, then 100,000. Like, he's kind of all over the place. I feel like his influences kind of died down. Also, he's more of a music person and not a hip hop. I feel like the only time he gets discussed in hip hop is due to the fact that he's in drama with some rappers or something like that. He tries too hard to be different. Yeah. I just think he comes across to me as I don't think I've ever heard him give a positive hip hop album a positive review to a hip hop album. I'm not saying he hasn't. I'm just saying that like the videos that I've watched, to the point where and I've seen a lot of his videos, to the point where I'm like, do you even like the genre, or are you just speaking on black culture because it gets you views? His takes are so bad he lost his audience. I was saying his viewership's a little inconsistent. I'm not saying he shouldn't be on the list, but I am surprised he's at number 8. Like, they should be higher. Shit, like I said, I wasn't even in tune with them, but like, I'll put them high. If we going off of numbers and like influence and shit like that, he should be in the top 10. Drink Champ should be in the top 10. I never thought. Yeah, like, he comes across like he doesn't like hip hop. I feel like sometimes hip hop, from people who are outside of the culture, a lot of times I feel like they judge it unfairly and harshly compared to other genres of music. The entire roots of hip hop was born out of gang violence in the 70s. We started breakdancing, rapping, b-boying, DJing, graffitiing to stop the violence. That's why it's so ironic and it sucks that drill music is a thing. I really wish you niggas would stop. But yeah, the struggle has always been a core element of like hip hop. And like, when I listen to his reviews, he complains about things that are core elements of the art form. And I'm like, well, why are you listening to it? It's not for you. And that's okay. It's not for you. I don't think you should. And like, the reason I bring that up is I feel like from him and other people, hip hop gets unfairly judged in comparison to others, right? People don't complain about how pop music is always singing about love, or country music is always singing about trucks and hanging out with your best gal at the waterhole. Every genre of music has elements and reoccurring themes and cliches, but for some reason, hip hop gets judged a little bit harder. And I can't prove it, but it feels a little biased. Feels a little biased. But hey, not my list, theirs. Drill's getting better. Yo, shut up. Drill's getting better. Get out of here, bro. Drill is not good, period. He liked Lupe's album. I just listened to it the other day. It was pretty good. The Samurai joint. You spit in TBH, everything black people make gets judged way harder. Gets weighed. Yeah, I talk about it all the time. You go on a music video for a rap song, half the comments, when the English version coming out. You don't see that shit on. Like, bro, I understand you don't like it, but you're going out of your way to hate it. But you don't see black folks on other people's music. Here he go again with this damn honky talk, talking about his Tonka trucks and his water hole and spitting tobacco, when the non-tobacco version, like, you don't see that shit. That, to me, a little racist. You don't gotta like it, but you also don't gotta go out of your way to hate it. I also agree with your title, Joel. Yeah, Joel Embiid is a double agent. We're watching him. He might be a communist. Matter of fact, if we lose, if USA basketball doesn't get the gold, we're revoking his citizenship. Because for those unaware that don't know why Joel Embiid is on Team USA, because I think he's from Cameroon or something, it's because he recently got his US citizenship. So, like, all of Africa was mad at that nigga, bro. We're taking his, don't worry, Africa. Cameroon, wherever he from in Africa, we're taking his citizenship if he loses. Don't worry. Yo, shout out to Shmeezy with the sub. Appreciate it. There's a very popular anime that has rap and OST. People reload it. A little racist. That is racist. It is. But people ain't ready for that conversation. They are not ready. He pledged to play for France too. Yeah, France was mad at him. France can shut the fuck up, bruh. France got enough niggas between a damn soccer team and a basketball team. Y'all got Victor Wembanyama and y'all got Rudy Gobert. France hate niggas until it's time for the World Cup. I hear that shit. France need to clean their damn water. Yeah, France, respectfully, be quiet. Number 7 goes to Ebro. Makes sense. He is very influential. I see him all the time on my timeline. I know he has a show on Apple. I see it all the time. I don't even subscribe to Apple, and I know he has an Apple show. Whether you like his opinions or not, he is influential. He's still popping in hip hop. France disrespectfully can be quiet. Like, France, I know you not talking. DJ Vlad at number 6. Whether you like him or not. Never heard of him. Hot 97, Ebro? What? Ebro's popping. He's a Fed. He is a federal, but he is popping, man. We all watch his interviews. He does have good interviews. And his numbers are misleading just because this nigga puts out 30 videos a day. So, like, his numbers are going to be all over the place. He gets long-term numbers. The only problem with him is just like he was trying to get that black woman. I'm not gonna lie, he shouldn't even be in the top 10 for trying to get that woman fired this summer. He could be on the list because he is influential, whether you like him or not. But just because he tried to get that black professor fired this past weekend, he represents the problem with outsiders being in hip hop. The moment he didn't feel welcomed, he tried to use that white privilege to get a black woman fired. When you could have just left this shit alone. We get it. It hurts your feelings. Because I'm going to be honest, what that chick said, I didn't even necessarily agree with it. She could have worded that shit a little bit better. But instead of going back and forth and trying to correct her behavior, your instant answer was to go with, I'm going to get you fired. Nah, you're wildin'. Now you're trying to take food off people's table. You're wildin', dude. You're a cop. You're a fucking cop. Elliot Wilson. He is influential. He has some of the biggest interviews in hip hop. He started Rap Radar. He just recently he deserves to be in the top 5. He just recently got banned from Toronto by the boy himself. The boy, Drizzy Drake. That he was feeding info to Kendrick. So he said, you can't come to Toronto no more. If you got banned by Drake, you're pretty influential, bro. No fly zone. No fly zone in Canada. Ooh. Oh, shit. He deserves a spot. He deserves a spot. See the God. Whether you like him or not, he's always in the conversation. I always see him on my timeline. He is single-handedly keeping the Breakfast Club alive. This Breakfast Club is definitely past their prime. But if the Breakfast Club in the 2010s was 2-3 Jordan, the Breakfast Club is still respectable. They're like Wizards Jordan right now. And it's because of C to God. He's keeping the ship afloat. Because Lord knows that scammer, Caesar, and what's the light-skinned emotional nigga's name? They are not keeping the show alive. And there's some other chick on there. DJ Envy. Yeah, DJ Envy the scammer. Whatever happened with that? He just got away with it? Like, yeah, he's keeping the show alive, so he deserves to be on the list. Kai Cenat at number 3. Respectable. I have never watched Kai Cenat before he streamed Elden Ring. And to be fair, it's not because I have an issue with him. I'm just not the demographic. He appeals more to younger people. He screams a lot. Not really my thing. But he started to play Elden Ring. I said, I'm going to check him out. I like to see a brother winning. He's done some things that I didn't agree with. He said some things that I didn't agree with. But I do my best not to slander my brothers. We correct in private. We correct in private. If I was ever to meet him, be like, hey, man, you said some things. You got to watch that, man. That being said, even though I don't really watch him, he's always on my timeline with celebrities and hip hop artists on his stream. I've seen some people say that he is the new 106 in Park. I don't know if I agree with that statement, but he definitely is a platform. He just had like Nicki Minaj on there. He had Kevin Hart. He is a platform where hip hop artists come show off their music. I know he had Tyler on there. Yeah, niggas iCarly. Like, that's a better like 106 in Park. I don't know about that. iCarly, yeah. He's the black iCarly. He's lit. He's lit. We give him his clout. He belongs on the list. He definitely has a matter of fact, I know I remember I seen a clip. Glorilla blocked him because he said he didn't like her song. That's influence. That's influence. I don't know if I would have him this high on the list, but he is influential. Kai Carly. That's what y'all call him now. Kai Carly. Joe Budden at number 2. I'm surprised he's not number 1. I'm not going to lie. Anytime some crazy shit pops off, the only opinion I really want to hear is the Joe Budden podcast. And I just want to hear him, Ish, and all them argue. That's all. He definitely deserves to be on the list. I don't feel like there's much to say. I think we all be checking for his podcast. And I'm also happy that he found a lane because the music stuff didn't work out. Like, it just goes to show you, if you don't give up, there's a will, there's a way. The Podfather himself. There's not much to say. It speaks for itself. He's always going viral. Number 1 is me? Oh, shit. Let's go. So coming in at number 1 is me. Oh, shit. Let's go. DJ Academics. This is probably going to piss some people off. But I'll give him number 1. I'm going to tell you why. So the court, if at the beginning of the article, it said the way that their metrics for this list was who was the hottest in 2024. Now, when it comes to in-depth hip-hop conversations, he was number 1 for me to go to. He would be my personal favorite. But if we're talking about general influence numbers, who had their hand on the pulse, whether his pulse was right or wrong, he did break tracks. This nigga was premiering songs on his stream. I don't know if pulse is the word. People were definitely looking for his reactions during the, what's the word I'm looking for? They were looking for his reactions during the beef. If you want to argue for Joe, like I'll put it this way, I'm not gonna say I agree with it, but I understand it.